a lot of people don't understand. For you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, your Labor Day weekend is every weekend.
Right.
The Lord has ordained Labor Day weekend for you black, Hispanic, and Native Americans every single week.
Right.
But a lot of us don't know that. A lot of us take pleasure in working on the weekend, right? Somebody bring that out. You got Exodus 20 for me?
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse number 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
It says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, right? The word holy means set apart, right? Let's read more about the Sabbath day, right?
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the Sabbath day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate.
So you're supposed to go to work 6 days, right? And after that 6 days, it's supposed to be a rest day. That rest day, right, especially if you're living in the Americas, right, would be on Saturday. You work Monday through Friday, right? And we count Sunday as the first day of the week. Even if you look on your calendar, Sunday is the first day of the week. So when it gets to Saturday, right, our Hispanic brothers and sisters call it El Sábado, which means the Sabbath, you rest on that day. Can you read it on that?
Verse number 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord...
And he did what?
Wherefore the Lord blessed.
No, and he did what?
Wherefore the Lord...
And he what?
Wherefore the Lord blessed it. Oh, my bad. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day. Oh, my bad. All right. And he rested the 7th day.
And he rested the 7th day, right? He rested. Labor Day weekend is all about what? Rest. Right? All y'all out here acting like it's something brand new when it should be something every single week. Right? Give me the book of, let's see. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse number 3. Anybody that got it gets it first, right? Here's why you don't know that every week should be a Labor Day weekend, right?
The book Isaiah chapter 1 and verse number 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
It says the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass is at his master's crib, right? These are dumb animals that know their way of life. They know who to report to, right? But what?
But Israel doth not know.
But Israel does not know, right? You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, you don't know where you belong, right? That's why you're out here. You're celebrating Labor Day weekend, trying to live it up, right? Not knowing that every single weekend should be your Labor Day weekend, right? Can you read it?
My people do not consider. Sinful nation of people laden with iniquity.
My people don't even consider. You don't even consider that you belong to the Most High God, right?
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers. We were talking about it just a second ago, right? I can't tell you how many people stopped and looked at this sign right here from Takeoff with his halo on his head and took pictures with it, took pictures of it, right? I seen people not even of our nation taking pictures, right? I seen a so-called Hispanic man taking a picture of it, right? Because our people are what? Read that again.
Like people, children that are like a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
Come on, man. Somebody give me the book of Deuteronomy 17. You got it? You got a precept? Bring that out.
The book of Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasures, nor speaking thine own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth.
Come on, man. What did it say about delight? Read that from the top one more time.
Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord.
Then you should delight yourself in the Lord. You know how you're delighting yourself on this Labor Day weekend? You should delight yourself every weekend, because every day, again, is Labor Day weekend for the so-called Hispanics, blacks, and Native Americans, right?
Right.
Somebody give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 17, right? Let's talk about it. Let's do 17 and verse 15. Right, we got to talk about this, man. 2024 is coming. We know it's an election season, right? Election year, right? Bring that out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse number 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom thy Lord shall choose. One from among thy brethren.
One from what?
Among thy brethren.
Right? 2024, man. I know a lot of people out there, man, are into voting, right? We just talking about the NAACP, right? And they like to push black voters and black excellence, right? But the Lord is telling you what? Not to do none of that. I don't want to see nobody. If you're a black, Hispanic, and Native American, you don't need to be walking around with a sticker that says I voted, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not going to do nothing for you. Read that one more time.
I'm reading from the top. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
Right, man. Your brother would be you. Right? You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American. If you're not voting for nobody that's black, Hispanic, Native American, right, or would be known as the children of God and Israelites scattered abroad, you should have no business voting for that person, right? And that's part of the reason why we're in this madness. What's the verse that you just said that our people are going way back where they're carried into iniquity? Because we keep following after this system. Somebody give me the book of Romans chapter 13 and 1.
Bring it out.
Romans 13 and 1. You got it? Bring it out.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse number 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Now, this is the verse that everybody goes to in the Christian church when they say, but we got to obey the laws of the land. We got to obey the laws of the land, right? Bring this out.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of God. The powers that are ordained of God. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God.
Right. It says ordained by who? Of God. Ordained of God. Who did God ordain? He ordained the Israelites, right? So when you're looking about the laws of the land, that don't mean, oh, since the laws of the land okay homosexuality, you can be a homosexual. Right? I forgot what book it was talking about, but it said that, hey, you shouldn't obey anything that's going to lead you into unrighteousness, right? But our people, just like it said in Isaiah, have gone away backward. We don't even consider. We don't even know who we are anymore. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. I know we brought it out, but we're going to bring it out again.
That's right. Bring it out.
You got it?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse number 4. Even thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Now he said he was gonna take away our heritage, right? And now, hey, one proverb that they always say is what? You don't know where you're going to if you don't know where you've been, right? Now the whole secret of America is to hide where the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come from, right? And they did the oldest trick in the book, divide and conquer. Try to make it seem like we're not the same people, right? Because if they can do that, they can keep us against each other. Not only that, if we don't know who we belong to, right? If we don't know who we belong to, we can just cleave to anything, and all hell will break loose, right? But this is something that happened since they took our heritage away, right? If we still had our heritage, we wouldn't be acting like a bunch of niggas out here, right? We wouldn't be out here celebrating Labor Day weekend, right? Because again, what? We would know that every weekend is Labor Day weekend for us.
Right, that's right.
You got a precept?
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations.
Matter of fact, before you get there, get Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 9.
Bring that out. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 9. Only take heed to thyself.
Only what?
Only take heed to thyself.
Only take what?
Only take heed to thyself.
Only take heed to thyself, right? And I know we're in Atlanta, so I gotta clarify when it says thyself, it's not talking about your individual self.
Right.
I know a lot of people got a lot of wicked imaginations and lust out here in Atlanta. When it says thyself, it's talking about thy people, right? Nowadays, the brother was bringing it out. We like to cleave to other nations, right? You got what was her name that became a Buddhist, right? The famous singer. Tina Turner, right? Cleaving to being a Buddhist, right?
Man.
The so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, hey, the most Hispanics, right? They cleave to that white Jesus Cristo, right? They cleave to that white man that they call Jesus in Catholicism, right? We cleave to everybody but ourselves and our heritage. Why? Because it was taken away, right? Bring this out. Keep reading.
Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligent.
Keep thy soul diligent. What does that mean, right? We always got to wake up in the mindset of, hey, look, I can't take heed to nothing else. Hey, man, you got to be diligent about this, right? Every time you wake up, every time you go out, right? And we observing madness every day, but every time you got to be diligent in what you do. That's why it's important to wear your fringes, right? It's important to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Even if they're minor, it's important. Why? Because you start wearing your fringes, then you stop doing other things, right?
Right.
You might slip up and eat some shrimp one day. Go out. I was talking to her. Turn it on. It's on. No, turn. Yeah. Testing. Yeah, we good. Come on. Bring it out.
2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10.
What's going on, brother? You got a second for the word of the Lord? 2 seconds, brother? Come on, man. You just had a baby? This one's for you. Come here. Just one precept. Read this for the brother. Go back to the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 9.
Read it for the brother.
Only take heed to thyself
Right.
and keep thy soul diligent, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
What did the Lord say?
But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
We're trying to help you, brother, teach that baby that's in that carriage, right? Go back to your precept.
2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren.
How you brothers doing? You guys got a minute for the Lord? Word of the Lord real quick? No? You guys believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ? No? Who you believe in? Come here, talk to me, brother. Bring it up. What you say, Allah? Who?
Oh, no, it isn't.
Bring it, keep reading.
This is 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make sure, Salakia, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
right.
For if you do these things, ye shall never fail.
Nah, man, you should never fail when you do
got
these
no
things,
rhythm.
right? How do you
No
make
song.
your calling and election sure? You wake up every single morning, right? And you set your soul to be diligent to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? You got a precept? Bring it out.
Book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Yeah, man, you guys got to understand, man. Not only in his presence, but without him now, right? We were entrusted. You guys know that parable where he left, right? And he gave his talents to many men, right? And when he came back, he expected something. He's doing the same thing today, right? A lot of us, we don't understand that, and we think we can get slack.
So he hit his talent.
Right? He hit his talent. Hey, you brothers got a second for the Lord? You see what they did right there? That's called stiff neck, right? When they start like that and they don't look to the left or the right.
Turning the shoulder.
Turning the shoulder. How you guys doing? You guys got a minute for the word of the Lord? Come on, man. That's a mighty precept, though.
We talk about history. We talk about everything.
Come on. That's a mighty precept, though, right? Even within his absence, we still got to do what we got to do, right? Bring that precept out. What's going on, brother? You got 2 seconds? Nope. What you about to do?
9.
Chilling. It's Labor Day weekend, man. Ain't nobody doing nothing.
You got 2 minutes, brother.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then shalt thou then shalt thou have good success.
Come on, man. A lot of people out here struggling, man, going through depression, don't know what to do with their life, right? If only you knew the cheat code was to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and to stay in this word, stay in prophecy, right?
Right.
So you can learn how to govern yourself, how to conduct yourself. A lot of y'all have bad health issues. Don't know why. Because you're, what's going on, sister? You got 2 seconds? You got 2 seconds? Come here, man. That's okay. That's okay. That's our people, man.
She want to be Egyptian, man.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 18. And it shall be when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests, the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life.
No, just about one day, and then maybe we'll pick it up next month.
Read therein all the days of his life, and that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes to do them.
Come on, hey brother with the red hat. Yeah, you brother, you believe it? You believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ? You said what? Come talk to me, brother.
He said, I don't know.
How you guys doing? You guys believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ? Come here real second. 1 second. It's Labor Day weekend. I know you're not going nowhere.
Come on.
See that, man? Our people, you got that? What I need? Come on, we're gonna bring that out. Finish? I got it.
The book of Exodus chapter 32 and verse number 9. And the Lord said to Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
It is a what?
It is a stiff-necked people.
Most of our people, man, they got that stiff neck. They won't turn it to the left or the right. We're calling out to our peoples, right? Not knowing that you guys aren't ignoring us. You're ignoring the words of God, right? You guys, I know you guys believe in the Bible, right? Come here real quick, man. Come here. You gotta go. Where you going, brother? Again, read that again.
It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
It is a what?
It is a stiff-necked people.
Come on. What is it? You got more on that one?
Says, now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, that I may consume them, and I will make them a great nation.
Right, man. Hey, man, it's so crazy out here. You got people taking pictures of Takeoff, right? Not even knowing that, hey, we're set up right next to him, right? It's like choose ye this day, right?
Right.
Good or evil, right? Life or death.
Right.
And a lot of people are what?
Choose death.
Choosing death, right? Hey, pun intended. Choosing death, right? When we're trying to give you the words of what? Life.
Made a covenant with death.
Made a covenant with death, right? They made a covenant with this man every time they turn him on in their car, right? And they riding out to it.
We pipe to them. They don't want to listen to when we pipe the music of the Lord, but that music right there had them sit candles by a wall, painting a mural of somebody they don't even know. Got them worshiping other men that they don't even know, but the one that they should know, they don't even know looks like them.
Come on, man. Mighty point. You said you had a precept?
This is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 36 and 16. But they mocked the messengers of God.
But they did what?
But they mocked the messengers of God.
We're out here, man, as the messengers of God, trying to teach our people, right, about the truth of the Bible. And a lot of people are stiff-necked. They take a picture and take off and they pretend like we're not standing here, right?
But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets.
And they what?
Misused his prophets.
Y'all misusing us, right? Because we're calling out to a nation that does not have an ear to hear. Keep reading.
Until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy.
Because there's no remedy, man. There's no remedy for the wrath of the Lord. It's gonna come. You got a precept?
All right, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, in verse 22. Shalakia.
You brothers got a second for the word of the Lord?
You got 2 minutes, brother.
You brothers they got a second for the word of the Lord? You're not gonna tell them? That's madness, man.
Matthew 7 and 21. Now everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many shall say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Come on, man. A lot of people be talking about they do miracles, right? They make certain things happen, right? Because
love God.
And they love God, right? Now, one, if something does happen like that, it could be deception, right? you know the enemy has power to call his horses back too, right? He could be deceiving you. And two, if you're operating, right, and you're calling on the right name, which I doubt a lot of you guys are, right, and that stuff does come to pass, speaking about a lot of people in the truth, right? A lot of people in the truth. If you're calling on, if you're giving sight to the blind, you're making miracles happen, right? As we know in the spirit, right? A lot of times it has nothing to do with what you're doing, but just the name and the respects of the God that you're talking about, right? And so a lot of times it may seem like you're doing that thing. You might get to the gates like the brother said, Lord, I casted out so many demons in your name, right? It wasn't you, it was the name that you were using. But for you, I never knew you, right? For you, I never knew. How you guys doing? Let me ask you guys a question. And that's our people for you, man. They act like you're not talking to them. He's smiling. He's smiling. See that? That's our people. You got a precept? I got one.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, and verse number 32. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Right, man. Y'all hear what we're saying, but you're not listening, right? Because if you were listening, you would pay attention. You would understand that out of everything that's going on around here, this is the most important thing that you need to understand, right? You got a precept?
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of a Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Come on, man, right? And that's what's happening today, right? It's almost like, man, how long do we have? We can't have that much long, because when you think about what they were doing in the days of Noah, right, it's the same thing that they're doing right now. Hey, you guys, I can't even talk, bro. You see that? Can't even talk. But today, man, we're doing the same exact things, right? Our people are giving into marriage. What does that mean, right? Having sex, right? Our people are giving into parties. They're drinking, being married, right? Not even having an ear. Our people does not even consider, right? Our people don't even consider who we belong to or what we're supposed to be doing. Atlanta Falcons right here with the Braves, with the twist.
Foul.
That's crazy, man. See that? You got a precept? Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 2. But your iniquities have separated you, separated between you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you that he will not hear.
Come on, man. A lot of y'all have committed so many sins, right? That the Most High has turned your head to be stiff-necked, right? So you don't even hear this. A lot of y'all don't even understand it was ordained for you not to make it, right? That's a tough pill to swallow for us that's in the truth, but that's literally what would be happening, right? Come on, bring that out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse number 9. It says,
Come on, man. Our people got to understand that, hey, there's a lot more things that you can be doing productively with your life, getting your stuff in order. And a lot of y'all don't understand, if you do the right things, like the brother was saying, your life would turn around. That job that you wanted, you start to get it. If it is the Lord's will, right? Bring it out.
God, it says, going back to what you were saying about
Come on, you guys believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ? You guys believe in this man right here? You guys believe in this man? You do? Who is this man?
Wow.
And usually it's the other way around, right? Right there is the man leading her away, right? Crazy. Bring that out.
No, this is going into what you were saying about some people it's not meant for them to be healed, basically in this thing. But this is the book of Isaiah chapter 6 verse 9. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears.
God. Hey, let me ask you a question, King. Does this picture right here offend you? It don't offend you? Why? Our people, man.
Bring it out. The book of Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 4. None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity.
Right, man. Our people bring forth iniquity more than anything. How you kings doing? You guys doing all right? Madness, man. See this?
The book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word, O Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out in blood touch of blood.
And that's all we're out here doing, man. Right? In the folly. Right? We were just talking about that on the way up here. All our people want to do is kill each other, sleep with each other's wives and girlfriends and such, right? We have no idea how we should be acting, right? You got something? What's going on, brother? What's going on, King? You got a few seconds for the word of the Lord?
But like Tarzan.
Boy, Atlanta, boy, they got a lot of stiff-necked people out here, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, you got a precept?
Okay.
He wanted me to get something else, but I wanted this. If you don't mind.
That's cool.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread.
It says we labor but have no rest, right? As you guys enjoy this Labor Day weekend, right? One day out the year you get to celebrate, you don't have to work, right? Again, not knowing that you're not supposed to work one day after every week or in each week, right? This is stuff that our people don't understand and don't know. It would save a lot of your energy, a lot of your stress, bring that high blood pressure down that you got, along with eating that shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, and all of that madness, right?
No, you scared.
And the scriptures say, man, we have drunken our water for money. Our water. We've drunken our water for money. I gotta pay for water that's supposed to be rightfully ours. We labor in vain. Our wood is sold unto us. These trees, our comfort, our heat, our things that's supposed to be naturally given unto us are being sold unto us. We're being preyed upon by our oppressors, but we love to cleave.
Man. And like we talked about, man, it said only take heed to thyself. That's why it says that, right? Because if not, we're gonna give all of our money. That's why it doesn't matter if we get reparations, right? Because we're gonna give it right back to who? Our oppressor, right?
Right back.
We're gonna do the stimulus check.
The stimulus checks, right? Big screen TVs, right? Man, I know. I can't even lie. When I got my stimulus check, I blew it. I don't know what I bought, but I know I don't have it right now, right?
And we're right back to who?
Esau, right? Our oppressor. It went right back to our oppressor. You got a question, King? Okay. Come on. What was the question, King? What's going on, King? What's your question? Come on. Who told you were black? Your parents, right? Who told them that they were black? Now that lanyard that you got around your neck, right? What color is that? That's black, right? Yeah. Hold your arm to it. Is that the same color? It's not, man, right? Hey, look, man. Our people have been so, especially, black people. We don't know where we came from, right? And so we'll cleave to anything, right? Just to say that we belong to something, right? But I'm here to tell you, brother, that you're not black. And the reason why you're not black, right? And the reason why they want you to be black, because everything associated with black is negative, right? I'm gonna show you who you are according to the Bible. You believe in the Bible? Got you. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 7:6 first.
That's right, bring it out.
Wait, Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
No.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Now, holy means set apart, right? So these people that he's talking to are set apart, right? From who would they be set apart from? Not just white people, right? Everybody, right? Give me Deuteronomy, I think 1:1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto who?
Unto all Israel.
So you're not black, right? You would be a so-called Israelite according to the Bible. Not because I say so. I'm going to show you how you can know for yourself, right? Bring it out.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people,
Equal to.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth, right? Have you ever heard about being called an Israelite before today, right? So the Israelites were God's chosen people in the Bible, right? If you go back, I know were you familiar with like the controversy with Kanye West and how the media was making him seem like a crazy man? It's because he was trying to let our people know that we were the real Jews, right? Not the white man with the small hat and the curly sideburns, right? It's us, right? It has nothing to do with religion. It's all about who you descend from, right? Give me Numbers 1 and 18, somebody. It's all about who you descend from. So when we say we're Israelites, right? It's not because we come from that land of Israel. It's because we descend from a man named Israel, right?
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers. So that's how we know who we are, right? From who we descend from. It's our fathers. My brother went over it earlier. There's no such thing as mixed people, right? When you say, well, I'm mixed, my dad's black, my mom's white. There's no such thing, right? You're black, or so-called black, right? But you will be an Israelite according to the Bible, right? Now, the question would be, how do you know I'm an Israelite, right? How do you know I'm an Israelite? And how can you prove it with the Bible, right? Because everything that we're saying, we're not just coming out of our butt saying this stuff, right? There's a reason why we're out here with a microphone, all these posters, all these cameras, right? On Labor Day weekend, right? There's a reason. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Got it? Now, hold on. Now, we just read that we were supposed to be above every nation, right? You hear me, King? We just read that we're supposed to be above every nation, right? But does it seem that way? It doesn't. This is why.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hearken means to hear, right? The root word of hearken is to hear. If you don't hear the Most High God,
To observe, to do all his commandments, his statutes, I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake.
now, are curses a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? It says if we don't hear the Most High God, that he was going to put curses on us, right? Not just one person, but a whole nation, right? Now, it's bittersweet, right? Give me Proverbs 3 and, what I want? You know what I want? Is it 5 and 3 or is it? No, it talks about despise not the chastisement of the Lord. Right? So these curses are a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, right? You got it? No? Let me see. It's all good. We'll come back to it. But these curses are a good thing and a bad thing, right? So it's bad. Where it says despise not the chastening of the Lord. I think it's in Proverbs 3. It might be Proverbs. You got it? Come. Watch this, King. This is why it's good and it's bad.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction.
Now chastening, right? Correction also comes in forms of pain sometimes, right? You do something bad when you're a little kid. A lot of us got whippings. They don't be whipping kids nowadays, right? But a lot of us got whippings, right? Now it says despise not. To despise not means to don't think that's a bad thing. This is what?
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
So whom the Lord loves, he corrects, right? So if you're getting punished by the Most High God, right, that means he loves you. So these curses are a good thing and a bad thing, right? Now let's read. Now, the good thing about these curses, right, is because when we read these curses, we're going to identify who's going through these curses today, right? The bad thing is that these curses mean that we're not doing the right thing. We're not doing what we're supposed to do, right? Now watch this. Go back to these curses. Let's read the first curse. And we're going to play trivia, right? You guys let me know what nation of people these curses fit, right? Bring this out.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, right? Any city that you go to, who's living in the ghettos? Who's living the most cursed? Who's living in the ghettos and the projects? Y'all guys, talk to me now. Who's living in the projects?
Trap house.
Huh? It's us, right? You said Mexicans? Spaniards?
Hispanic.
Blacks and Hispanics? So you say blacks, you say Hispanics, where's the sign at? You got one on here?
Same people, man.
Right. So you talking about the blacks and you say the blacks, you say the Hispanics.
Right.
Both of you guys are right. Both of them would be the Israelites, according to the Bible, right? Why? Because they identify with these curses, right? This is one of the curses, right? Now, do you see a mass influx of so-called white men in the projects?
Nope.
Is there a lot of Asians living in the projects?
Nope.
Only blacks and Hispanics, right? It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, right? What else does it say?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Who was cursed in the field, brothers? Right? Who was out there picking cotton, sugar cane, right? Who was doing all that? Who got their fields stolen from them? The Native Americans, right? Who other than the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Now these curses, right? You might say, well, that was talking about way back when in the ancient days, right? Let's read verse 45.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not to the voice of the Lord thy God to keep his commandments and his statutes. 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Now these curses said it was going to be on us forever, right? Not just back then, but even till today. That's why you can still see them taking place today, right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Now, once upon a time, we used to be very tender and delicate toward each other, right? And how do you treat something that's tender and delicate? You treat it with what? With care, right? As blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, do we treat each other with care for the most part? We do? For the most part, he's looking like otherwise, right? It says that we used to, right? But now the majority of us, right, is giving into what they call black on black crime, right? Have you ever heard the slogan Asian on Asian crime before? No. Have you ever heard the phrase white on white crime being publicized like that? No. Just black on black crime. Why? Why? Because it's a sign that we are cursed, right?
Right.
And with that sign, we can identify who this is talking about, right? Keep reading on that.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Black on black crime.
And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right? It says the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. What nation is known for growing up without their dads? Us, right? You said, what'd you say? What did you say? That's cool.
What'd he say?
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Again, another curse that's associated with us, right? Our fathers leaving the household, right? These curses were still going on back then, and they're still going on today. Now,
Right.
that's
Right.
and why did the government do that? Give me Psalms 83:3. Exactly. You said we once were doing that stuff, right? Watch this. Read it from the top.
So that the man that is tender and delicate among you,
It says that we used to be tender and delicate, right? Doing the right thing, right? We had care for our family. We used to do that stuff, but now the system has what? Turned our women against us, raised our women up to be the what? The head of the house, right?
Facts. It's facts.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse number 3.
Bring it out.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
It says that they have crafty counsel against us, right? Can you read it?
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Our hidden ones would be our little ones, right? Our little kids that we grow, we leave, that the fathers leave. Can you read it?
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Now you said it was their plot on us, right, to destroy the black homes, right? Because they want to take us out the house. And not only do they take us out the house, they push homosexuality on us, right? So now, right, that's how you cut off a nation, when you take out the man. Keep reading.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel will no more be in remembrance, right? Now that it's not in remembrance no more, we know ourselves as black people, right? African Americans, which that term just came about in 1980 something, right? You're right. Hey, the Africans, according to the Bible, will be the Hamites, right? If somebody can look it up in there real quick, right?
Right.
Now watch this. This is the Bible dictionary. This is gonna let you know you're not African, right? Watch this.
The Compact Dictionary Bible reads of Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
So Noah, right? You remember Noah in the ark in the Bible? This is a Bible dictionary, right? The Bible that we're reading out of is the King James Bible, right? Now the Bible dictionary is going to explain who the Africans are, right? So Noah's ark, he had 3 kids, right? He had Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? We're talking about Ham, right? Watch this.
Read it from the top. It says, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
Not the what?
Not the Negro.
So Ham was the progenitor of all the dark races that you see, but not the Negroes, right? The Negroes would be us, right? Which would be the Israelites. You got more on that?
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
All those are African nations, right? But you're correct, 100% correct. We're not African, right?
Those slave sons, you never seen African for sale.
Say it again out.
You never seen African for sale. It was always Negro for sale.
Right.
Way back when,
Right.
hey man, Africans, they walk around, they high and mighty, man.
They
you
don't?
call them an African American or a Negro, they're like, no, I'm not, right? They don't want to be us. It's cool. We don't want to be them, right? You gotta bring that out.
Hey, check
They
this
ain't
out,
African, bro.
Check this out. This Exodus
Facts.
chapter 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that he may know that the Lord don't put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
That the Lord put in a difference between the Israelites and the so-called Africans today, right? There's a difference. We don't even look the same, really, right? Our cheeks are a little bit more full. Our nose is a little bit more wide, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Watch this, right? Bring that out. Through Isaiah chapter 3 and verse number 12. Just speaking about what you were talking about the government taking the man out of the household, right? As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. It says for the Most High God's people right now, children oppress them, right? And women rule over them. How can we see that today? They're taking the man out of the household and putting the woman as the head of the household. And not only that, the children are running all over the parents, right? You can't even correct a child without him calling 911, right? Watch this, was more on that.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
It says that those that lead us, which it just told us, the women and the children, they cause us to err, right? And it's destroying the way of our success in America and our success in the world, right? Because as people, we need the men to be the head of the household, right? Now watch this. We were talking about Africans and Israelites, and in school they teach us Africans sold Africans into slavery, right? That's the first thing that they teach you when you go into the school system. But check this out. Read this out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now it says the Lord is going to bring us into Egypt again. Now, it's not talking about that literal Egypt, because when he brought us out the first time, he said we would never go back. A lot of times this word Egypt in the Bible is synonymous with the word bondage or captivity, right? Now, when you're speaking to the people that were in bondage in Egypt, and you tell them that they're going back to Egypt, it's literally telling them that they're going to go back into bondage, because that's all they knew Egypt stood for back then. Again, when you go read the book of Revelation, it lets you know that you're in a place of spiritual Egypt in Sodom. Meaning that even in America today, we're still living in Egypt, right? Now read this from the top one more time.
From the top. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
He was gonna bring his people into bondage again with ships.
Yeah.
What nation of people went into bondage on ships to another nation? Other than us, who else? When did they get in bondage to another nation? A nation went on slave ships to be in bondage to another nation. Not to themselves, but to another nation. None other but the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. None, right? Again, another curse that's associated with us and nobody else. Keep reading on that.
It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
To our friends.
Unto your enemies.
To our classmates.
Unto your enemies. For by men and by women, and no man shall buy you.
For bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you. That word buy in the Hebrew means to redeem. Meaning that nobody was going to get us out of our state of captivity, right? Even till today, right? We might not have whips and chains, right? But now we're striving to get them whips and them chains, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're still in captivity today. That's why they're steady having crafty counsel against us, taking the man out of the household. Our prophet is Christ, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Yes, sir. Who was the base of that question? Oh, you're Muslim? So I'm listening to here Who would be your prophet? Elijah Muhammad? What prophecy did he prophesy? I mean, if he's a prophet, right? Every prophet should be able to prophesy something and it comes to pass. So like we just read a prophecy in Deuteronomy that happens thousands of years ago, and we can see it coming to pass today. What prophecy did Elijah Muhammad prophet prophesy that's happening today? Or he?
Any prophecy, just any prophecy.
Off the top of your head.
Yeah, I mean, well, nobody's greater than Allah.
I mean, that's so that's not really a prophecy. That's more of a generalized statement, right? No, so a prophet. So that would technically be a minister, right? He would be a minister of Islam, but a prophet, he's gonna tell you something that he foresees coming, right? And when he tells you that something's coming, it's going to come to pass. Right? You got a precept?
And we study the Quran too, so I can read. We study the Quran too, right? This is the Surah 3 and Ayat 3, right? It says, he has sent down upon you, O Muhammad, the book in truth, confirming what was before it, and he revealed the Torah and Gospel. So what was before Muhammad? The Torah and the Gospel. That's what was before Muhammad. So Muhammad never gave a prophecy. Everything that he has, he regurgitated from what was already stated, was already told. It's a fact.
And so,
You can research it on yourself.
right. So anything that we're saying to you, man, don't take it for face value. Go look it for yourself, right? And so, and I understand you were trying to look more into what we had.
Just listening and just
Come on. Now, the things that we've been saying to you, have they been registered? You got some? Have they been registering?
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of stuff I say. A lot
This is Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. It says, and when this comes to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Right. So when something is said and then something comes to pass, that's how we know that that was a prophet, right? Because he said something that came to pass. Elijah Muhammad, he would really just be a minister. You got something? But yeah. Right, right, right. Yes, we have faith that that happened. We have faith that that happened, right? And exactly. Jesus is not God. So this is what Muslims fail to realize. I speak to a lot of Muslims, and their first thing that they want to bring to me is the fact that, oh, you make Jesus God. No, Jesus is not God.
That's what they do in the church.
In Christianity. Right. And they make all three of them one, right?
Yeah,
and
Trinity.
So we're not the Christian church. So check this out, right? Christianity, right, is a religion that does not follow the Bible, right? There's a difference.
Nope.
It's no good, right? Nowhere in this Bible is going to tell you that Jesus is God. Matter of fact, Jesus out of his own mouth will let you know that he is not God.
Right.
Where?
It's a narrative that they have all Christian churches. There's no other churches out there. Every block you go down, Ninth Mile, where every block you go down,
Yeah.
there's a church there. It's a small church, a big church, small church.
So
they
when
all
you
study that, all saying that Jesus.
so look.
The Trinity.
So
Where did that come from?
so when you go
They study out
into
that same Bible.
exactly. So have you ever been to church before? So when you go to church, right? You're listening to the sermon. He opens the book, he reads one verse, and he closes it, and the rest is off the top. Yes or no? Exactly right
Fact.
now. The things that we have brought to your attention.
But they always do, not to cut you off, but they always do the same thing with each other. Like, they talk and they go right to a scripture. Let me go to Numbers 28. And then they'll start reading as they talk. And then they start preaching. Then they go, let me go to Revelation. So they're doing the same exact thing.
I would.
Like
Last time I went.
they read off something, then they go, then after they talk for about 10, 15 minutes, then they go back to another scripture, then read off that scripture. You know what I mean? They keep going, like the same thing with you, talking. Then he's like, oh, give me scripture.
Right. So check this out, right? Have they ever read to you anything that we read to you today?
Not that I can remember, only because like I was younger, you know what I mean?
Okay,
I
gotcha,
stopped
gotcha.
going to church when I was like 18,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean?
I want to say something real quick, right? You asked when did they started coming out with Christ being God, right?
not trying to be
No. We want to deal with it. We want to deal with it, right? That's why we out here. All right. So what happens is you believe in Islam, right? But do you know about Catholicism or the Catholic Church? All right. So from my understanding of my studies, right, Muhammad's wife was a Catholic, because Catholic predates Islam what we know today. I know y'all say that Islam goes back to predates the time of Abraham, but I don't know that. I don't know that. I know that the law was given to the Israelites. That's what I know, according to your Quran and according to the Bible. But what happens is, let me get to your answer to your question, right? Nobody ever believed that Christ was God. Nobody ever believed that Christ was God until the Catholic Church decided to push that agenda. Just like nobody kept the Sabbath day on a Sunday until the Catholic Church pushed that agenda. The Catholic Church is still the same one that's behind Islam. Because Catholicism literally means universal. I'm going to take all these different ideas and pull them into one. So when they started the Council of Nicaea, it was to have the divinity of Christ. That's when they came out with Christ, the divinity of Christ, and the council they had together. That's the Catholic Church. It has nothing to do with the true followers of Christ, the Christians.
God, that makes sense, brother? So it all stems, from
All praise.
man, that's why we out here, right? To talk to our people, right? Because at the end of the day, whether you're a Muslim or not, you're still our brother, right? And so check this out, right? With that being said, right? Give me John 14 and 28. Anybody whoever gets it first, right? John 14. It all stems from the Catholic Church, right? So when the Catholic Church came, that's when religion came, right? And when religion came, that's where you can get somebody that's holding the Bible, right, and saying one thing but doing another thing, right?
So Israelites were the two. Who was God's chosen people?
Say that one more time.
I was always taught that, like when I grew up in church, that Jews were God's chosen people. But then I heard a couple Israelites saying that Israelites were God's chosen people.
So check this out.
So is it the Jews or is it y'all?
So
And then after that, then I'm out.
So watch this.
Break that down.
Watch this, right? So
Break out the difference with the Jews.
Right. I got you. Right. Are you keen to the whole Kanye West and Kyrie Irving thing?
When they all got they try to cancel him.
Right. So Kanye was saying that we were the real Jews, right? He was also saying that we were the Israelites, right? Now watch this. Do you follow Minister Farrakhan? Now when Farrakhan teaches, whenever he teaches, is he reading out of the Bible or the Quran? The Bible, right? Now Farrakhan.
That's not mine.
I'm just trying to make a point, right? I'm just trying to draw a point. Now, Farrakhan, who only teaches out of the Bible, right? Whenever he gets up on that podium, even Farrakhan has a book saying that the blacks and Hispanics are Israelites, right? So what is he? So I'm under the impression that he knows the truth, but he feels like he's too far in to tell his congregation, hey, look, what we've been following is a lie, right? Because he understands that this Bible is the true source. He understands his nationality is an Israelite, which is a child of God. I want to read this real quick, and I'm gonna answer your question, okay? Watch this. This is how we know that who the world calls Jesus Christ is not God.
This is John chapter 14 and verse 28. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you.
This is Jesus Christ speaking, right? He says, you have heard how I said unto you, I go away and I come back, right? Watch this.
If ye loved me, you would rejoice, because I said I go unto the Father, for my Father is greater than I.
It says, my Father, which is God, is greater than he. They're not the same people, right? He's not his Father, right?
So that Trinity is some nonsense then, right?
The Trinity is nonsense, right? You got this is the King James Bible, right?
Let me ask you something. Why y'all don't recognize the New Testament then, bro?
We do. We're reading out the New Testament right now.
So y'all recognize Jesus and all that too?
Yes, sir. Let me answer your question real quick, brother. Let me answer your question real quick, right? So you got Jews and you got Israelites, right? You don't have to leave, brother. I didn't mean to go through. I'm gonna answer your question. So check this out, right? There's 12 tribes of Israel, right? They're all Israelites. 3 tribes of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they separated. They are called the Jews because they're under the kingdom of Judah, right? But they're still Israelites too. The God's chosen people are the Israelites. In Israelites, there's 2 kingdoms in the Bible when you read it. The Jews, which are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and then the rest of the other tribes, which are known as the Northern Kingdom, right? Or the kingdom of Israel, right? So that's why when you read the Bible and it says he's bringing a new covenant for the house of Jacob and the house of Israel, he's bringing back the Jews, right? The Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and he's bringing them back to the other 10 tribes, right? And so that's where the disconnect is. The Jews and the Israelites are God's chosen people, but there are 2 separate kingdoms, okay? We're all known as the Israelites, though. So in a sense, right? The Jews are Israelites, but not every Israelite is a Jew.
Right.
Does that make sense? And so the white man who is claiming to be Jewish, they're not our people.
Right.
Right.
You know, brother,
Speaking of that, right? Watch this.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
He's talking to the real. He's talking to the real Jews, right? He says, "I know thy works. I know you guys be working 2 jobs to make ends meet. I know thy tribulation. I know you can still getting shot down in the street, right? And poverty. I know that you guys are living in poverty. But what?
But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews,
So there's a people out here saying they're Jews, right? The Jewish people, right? But what are they?
and are not,
They're lying.
but are the synagogue of Satan.
But they're synagogue of what?
Synagogue of Satan.
So check this out, right? The synagogue of Satan means the chief house of Satan, right? So God has his chosen people to accomplish the things on the earth that he wants to accomplish, and Satan has his people, right? And through Satan, right, he has a people that he's accomplishing what he needs to do on this earth, right? So right right now, would you say the world is wicked or is it righteous? It's wicked. And who is ahead of this whole world right now? Allah is. But what nation group is set up right now that's leading almost every country? You said what? The Muslims?
World powers.
Who is the big bully of all the nations? The white man. And so the white man is the big bully of all the nations, right? And since he's that big bully, he's going around telling people what to do, and we see that he has the world in wickedness. So what?
That's for the air. Let's say you go to other nations, you go to other countries, white man, he's not
So check this out, right? The white man.
He has a lot of stuff. He has a lot of shit.
What nation is not under their foot? See what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, yeah, we got military bases in each country. Also, when they were called Trump to help bring peace in the Middle East, other nations literally called our president to come sit down so that they can all have a conversation on how they can resolve something.
Wait, Trump, your president, and Joe Biden, y'all rocking with that?
We don't vote, man.
Y'all rocking with that?
We're not voting.
None of them. Obama, none of them had no voices.
So Obama is actually an African. He's not even our people.
He has nothing to do with anything.
He doesn't. And so check this out.
The worst thing that happened to America.
And so check this out. The first thing that Obama did when he got in office, what? Was write something for the homosexuals.
Exactly.
Right? Everybody's looking for him to get in there and stand up for so-called black people. And he didn't do nothing. A lot of people hate to realize this, but Trump did more for the black community than any president. Right? He let a lot of people out of prison that were wrongfully accused, right? He gave to the black communities and schools, right? And not to mention the stimulus check that he passed out. I'm sure it helped a lot of people make rent on time. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Trump is righteous by any means, but I'm saying he did more for the black community than Obama, who everybody praises, right?
All Obama did was open up the LGBT.
Yep.
Now that shit really hit me down crazy.
Right.
My kids get everybody made a joke about that shit. Exactly. It's like,
All we got was homosexuality running rampant in the Obama phone.
that whole year, he got like, my president plan, everybody's so happy. It's like, yo, you understand what's happening? He in there not doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing for us.
Now give me, I want to give you two more.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse number 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee.
The Most High God, right? You will refer to him as Allah, which means pretty much the power, right? He's saying that I'm taking away my heritage from you, which I gave thee, right? Can you read it?
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
It says, I will cause thee to serve thy enemy in a land which you don't know, right? Can you read it?
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So what we're out here doing is showing our people that our heritage has been taken away from us, right? Because our heritage has been taken away from us, this is what's happening.
I don't know.
And not to mention our heritage is this Bible. This Bible isn't a mystical Bible, right? It might be hard for you to believe somebody walked on water, right? But that's not all the Bible entails. This Bible is a history book and a heritage, right? That's why Minister Farrakhan, he understands that this is our people's heritage. Our laws, right? Our customs, our way of living, how we dress, what we eat, what we're supposed to do, right? But that's been taken away from us and another nation possesses it, right? But now we're coming back to that. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday.
You know what the word grope means? Right? So a lot of people use the word grope sexually, right? But when he says, thou shalt grope at noonday, it means like if you saw a blind person, right? If you saw a blind person walking, they're going like this, right? That's how our people are today, right? Our people grope at noonday spiritually. What do I mean by that? We don't know who we are, what we belong to, what our customs are. So when we start reaching out, we start groping that noonday. We find Muslims, we find the Nation of Islam. It starts to make a little sense. We grab onto it. And when you in chaos and it's dark around, right? Like, let's pretend like it was pitch black, all the lights, there's a power outage, and I'm just feeling around, right? I finally get something right here. I'm not letting him go. I'm not letting him go, because now I know at least I'm not alone. It's the same thing that we're doing spiritually, right? So we grab onto the Nation of Islam. I'm not letting it go, because I don't know I didn't know what I was before, but now I got some sort of sense, right? So our people have been groping that noonday because what did you just read? Our heritage was taken from us. But now that we found our heritage, we don't have to grope at noonday no more. We can come back to our rightful heritage, if that makes sense, right? No problem. Check us out. Do some research. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, don't take what we're saying for face value. Read for yourself, right? If you have any questions, reach out, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really